is that Greek scholarship has shown down through the years that the word eis simply cannot be defined as a forward-looking, or the word for, be baptized for. Remember when Church of Christ, be baptized for the forgiveness of sins. I said, well, the word for, even in English, does not mean in order to obtain. If I said, will you go to the store for me and buy a loaf of bread? Are you going to obtain me off the shelf? Or are you going on my behalf? You are going for me. The word for does not automatically mean, just in common sense terminology, in order to obtain. This is why Liddell and Scott, Thayer, A.T. Robertson, Dana, Manty, Vine, etc., state there are many different usages of this word eis, but I fail to find any of them stating it always means a forward-looking action, and I fail to find any Greek scholar saying that it always means in order to obtain as the only meaning. According to Greek scholarship, this is not what it means. For example, in Matthew 28 and verse 19, baptizing them in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, the word in is the word eis, or eis. Are you baptized in order to obtain those names or because of those names which previously existed? Are you baptized in the light of those names, in reference to those names, or in order to obtain them? You were not baptized in order to obtain or to create Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. You were baptized in the light of a reality that existed before that. Mark 1 and verse 9, baptized by John eis Jordan, in the Jordan River. Same word, eis. Now, does it mean they were baptized in order to obtain the River Jordan? Well, there it meant that the river existed before they were baptized. It's just telling you where they were baptized. 1 Corinthians 10 and verse 2, baptized unto Moses. Did they obtain Moses when they were baptized? Or were they baptized in reference to the work that Moses was given? As a matter of fact, as you go through the usage of this word, and this afternoon we will look at other places such as Matthew 3:11, Matthew 12:41, and we look at the statements of Greek scholars, it is clear that we're having a little bit of dishonesty or ignorance. Either they know better and they shouldn't have said it, or they don't know better, but either way, it's argumentum ad ignorantium, argumentum ad absurdum. Eis cannot and does not always mean a forward-looking action in order to obtain. This simply is not Greek grammar. As long as the various Campbellite groups, and I'm not just picking on the Church of Christ because there's plenty of others, teach that baptism is essential for salvation, they will be viewed as a cult by evangelical Christians. One last observation. In Romans 1 through 5, Paul deals with salvation. Baptism is never mentioned. Baptism is not mentioned until you get to chapter 6, which begins the section on sanctification in the Christian life. Baptism does not belong on the salvation side. Baptism belongs on the Christian life side. Obedience after you're a Christian, not obedience to become a Christian. Thank you for your time, your attentiveness, and this afternoon we will be looking particularly at Acts and other passages because they use Acts 2:38 continually, be it United Pentecostals or Church of Christ, as they seek to bamboozle the public into believing that baptism is unto salvation. Thank you very much.